Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. So this morning's message, I would love you just to kind of sit back, maybe even lay down. You don't have to watch this video, but I would love you to close your eyes and just maybe place your hands on your heart and just take a nice deep breath through your nose slowly. Let your diaphragm fully relax and just take in all that beautiful life-giving oxygen. Because I want to share a story about you and about me and about a message that came in this morning that I think you're going to go, oh my goodness, did I need to be reminded of this? So a number of years ago, on my very first trip to India, I think I shared with you, I did this 30-day silent meditation. And like so many young aspirants, in their 20s, you're coming from a little town in Vermont, you're like, oh gosh, I'm so spiritual. Just the right amount of ego, the right amount of zeal, enthusiasm, like, oh, the possibilities are endless. But I think I want to stay here in the Himalayas and meditate. And this is my jam, this is my path. And then a very wise person maybe come into your life, and probably in your life, you've had these different spiritual experiences, right? You're just like, oh my gosh, an awakening, or oh my goodness, I've been brought to my knees, or oh, so this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. This is how I'm supposed to love my life. Well, when I was in my process of trying to convince my meditation teacher that, yes, I'm going to stay here in the monastery, I'm going to become a monk, I'm just going to sit it out. Like literally, metaphorically and physically, I'm going to sit it out. And then I was so beautifully struck by this opportunity. I was invited to do something after I did this Datun 30-day meditation. It was to take a vow, which is called the Bodhisattva vow. You maybe even heard the song by Steely Dan from like the 70s, Bodhisattva, come and take me by the hand. And that song actually has a lot of truth to it. And if you listen to the lyrics, you're going to really love what I'm going to share with you this morning. Because this is all about you. And it's all about what it is that we do here every morning. The Bodhisattva vow is a very, very sacred vow. And it's about people who are spiritually oriented, people who wear their hearts on their sleeve and maybe both sleeves and everywhere else. And they're people like you and I who we just look at the world and our heart hurts at one side and then the other side, it feels like, oh, I feel so hopeful and there's so many things I want to do. And you just get yourself open every single day because you want to go out in the world and you want to serve. You want your presence to be the demonstration of possibility. And it's not an ego decision. It is a spiritually rich, very courageous and compassionate decision that sort of transcends reason. And I think more and more, it really does transcend reason because for us to be wide open, for us to be openly compassionate, for us to be vulnerable, for us to not be afraid of loving out loud, we are going to take shots from people. We are going to find our heart get just and we're going to wonder whether or not we have what it takes to continue to move forward. This treehouse talk 5 years ago or 6 years ago now when I started it was really kind of a covert spiritual mission. I'll be really honest with you. What do we do here? So many people go, what are you doing in that treehouse? Like, what is that all about? Well, this is a beautifully covert spiritual mission. And it's so beautifully covert because people go, I don't know what's going on, but I just like coming here. And that makes me so happy because it's your energy that makes this happen. And this Bodhisattva way of looking at things is simply that you've had opportunities in your life, right? Where you kind of said, I'm just going to be spiritual and I'm going to go inside and I'm going to keep it inside. I'm going to do my meditation. I'll do my yoga, my prayer. I'll volunteer. But as far as really putting myself way out there and loving way out loud, that's not going to be it for me. I'm just not up for that. Or I've done that and I got hurt. Well, the Bodhisattva vow is very, very, very sacred, and it's very clear about what the world needs from all of us. All of us people who've been touched by spirituality, all of us who have been brought to our knees by heartbreak or heart opening, and then you decided to just stand in the fire and weather each and every storm because you realize you are the storm. That's what the Bodhisattva does for a living. The Bodhisattva is the storm of compassion, the storm of love, the storm of inclusion, acceptance, openness, eye contact with all beings. We don't look away, we look in. And when we look in, we find something beautiful, no matter what it is. We find something beautiful. And when sometimes we think it's too hard, and we just want to go inside and stay inside. The Bodhisattva vow always said, never be afraid to be the representation and the demonstration of the light. Do it in such a way that someone will see you and realize it's possible for them too. The Bodhisattva's work is very clear that your life is your demonstration, your life is your message, and it's done in a very beautiful way. There's no ego here. This is a spiritual discipline of just loving, of just being deeply present and compassionate no matter what, and how much harder it is at times to be out here the way we choose to be out here and then out there. I just want you to know that I see you. And I so appreciate the Bodhisattva way that you show up each and every day. The world needs this type of courage. I am such a believer that something beautiful wants to happen through every single one of us. Every single one of us. But sometimes it only may happen if someone is willing to see them as us as them, one. Ultimately, that's what the Bodhisattva vow is really all about. It's about oneness. It's about knowing there's no separation. That common humanity may have many paths in which they find their way, but ultimately we will all find our way. But what we decided to do maybe a little bit earlier and more often is be as much of the way as we possibly can. Never be in the way, but absolutely be a demonstration that there is a way. There is a way to love. There is a way to love out loud. And there is definitely a beautiful way to be the change that we wish to see in the world. Bodhisattva, come and take me by the hand. Thank you. It's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be us. Let's go out there and love very loudly, very beautifully, very peacefully, very, very compassionately and courageously. Thank you. Much love. All blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.